Alright, let's welcome you once again into another exciting edition of the Madiba official show. It's time for us to review the Black Stars of Ghana's game that they played against the Blue Sharks of that Cape Verde. Yesterday wasn't a good night for the Black Stars as the Black Stars lost against the Blue Sharks of that Cape Verde by 2-1. Gary Rodriguez and Montero getting the 2 goals for the Cape Verdean. Alexander Komna-Bedu-Jiku was the one that got the consolation goal for Ghana. As a matter of fact, it was the equalizer after that is Jamie Montero had gotten the first goal for that is the Cape Verdean. We are going to look at 5 reasons that led to the Black Stars of Ghana losing against the Cape Verdean national team. You can also leave your thoughts and comments as to how the game went and how you saw the game over there at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium. Without much ado, please kindly help us. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly click on that subscribe button so in case of any new video, you'll be notified as soon as possible. So like we were saying, the Black Stars lost by 2-1, and as you know already, how the game panned out. And for me, these are some of the reasons why the Black Stars of Ghana lost the game against the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde. First and foremost, for me, it was the lineup that the coach brought forward for this game. When I saw the lineup, I was shocked myself because in goal post, he went in with Richard Ofori. Then in the right fullback, it was Dennis Odoi that started the game for the Black Stars. Left fullback was Gideon Mensah. Center back pairing of Alexander Komna-Bedu-Jiku and then Mohamed Salisu. These were the 2 center backs for the Black Stars yesterday. In the middle of the park, he went in with Majid Ashimeru. Then he had Idris Baba as a double pivot in front of the defense. Ransford Yeboah-Konigsdorfer started as the number 10 for the Black Stars yesterday. Then the right winger went to Jordan Pierre-Ayew. The left winger went to Joseph Pentel. Then the striker was Antoine. Sorry. So these were the players that started the game yesterday for the Black Stars of Ghana. The reason why I said I was shocked with the lineup was that Ransford Yeboah-Konigsdorfer, for instance, had never been trusted by the coach when the Black Stars is played even in friendly matches. I can't remember even against Liberia, he was brought into the game in the dying embers of the game. Even our pre-match friendly that we played against Namibia, he came on into the latter part of the second half. That was when Ransford Yeboah-Konigsdorfer came into the game. But in the first game, where we all know that the Black Stars of Ghana are slow starters, we normally tend not to do well in the beginning of tournament. Last AFCON, we lost against Gabon. We normally don't tend to do well. Our best has always been a drawn game. So when we struggle to get a victory, like in the 2008 against the Guinea Conakry. So when you are playing your first game, it's not time for you to do try and error. It's about time for you to have your best player starting the game for you. But what we saw was try and error in this game. Then Mohamed Salisu, as good as he may be in his day at Real Valladolid, even at Southampton, but this is not Mohamed Salisu on form. This is a player that has been off almost 2-3 months that he hasn't played for Monaco before he came in to play some few matches before this AFCON. So he's a player coming back from injury. Then you are starting him in this crucial encounter. Whereas you have Daniel Amate, who can also do a decent job for the Blacks. I'm not saying he's a great center back, but Amate and Jiku is not a bad partnership. As a matter of fact, without Salisu, they were the ones starting for the Black Stars of Ghana. So if you have set a player on the bench, why then do you go in with Salisu, who is not fully fit? We all saw what happened in the World Cup. Someone said before, making an abandoned mistake against Italy, conceding a goal. Then yesterday to Mohamed Salisu too. For me, that second goal that they conceded, or Ghana conceded, is also part to blame, as well as the other players that sat down for the Cape Verdean player to get through them and get it. For me, the lineup wasn't an okay for me. Even Dennis Odoi starting. Dennis Odoi is a very good defender in terms of 1v1. But look, Ali Biseidu, although he has his lapses, but in terms of attacking wise, Ali Biseidu is far better than him. And the Black Stars, we are known as the Brazilians of Africa for a reason. So you don't go in with this lineup For me, I thought Aliou Seydou could have done better, even defensively, to shreds. He nearly killed him on the field of play. Then again, you move on to the players on the field of play with the defense. That is the department that I think. Now, the defenders, apart from Komna Jeku, who can say he did well, that's the reason why he won the Man of the Match award. The other defenders didn't do anything on the field of play. You look at Dennis Odoi, he was minus in terms of attacking wise. Defensively, he wasn't all that okay. He was shambolic. Bebe was just bypassing him with ease. Then you look at Mohamed Salisu, he was part for the second goal. Then you look at the left back, Didier Mensah. You don't see anything that they add to the attack of the Black Stars. And that is a department that Ghana, years gone by, we were at least we had a cover in that department. But this time around in this tournament, the first game, these players didn't help us. Then look at the midfielders. The midfielders too, Majid Ashmeru did an okay job. But Baba Idrisu too, I didn't see Baba Idrisu that we know. Somebody that can share the back line and make sure that you disrupt the attack. And yesterday, our midfield was virtually non-existent. So an individualistic approach to the game that we saw from Majid Ashmeru. The attack too wasn't there. You could see that there's a disjoint in the attack of the Black Stars. Ransford Ebouakone, Doffa, Antoine Semenyo, and Jordan Ayew, plus Joseph Pintel. In the first half in particular, they were virtually non-existent. That's the reason why Ghana played the entirety of the 90 minutes with just one shot on target. That was the goal that Jiku scored. So the Black Stars of Ghana, yesterday, for me, the players was the main reason, one of the reasons why Ghana was not able to carry the day. Then point number 3, poor substitutions. Poor substitution. Chris Hilton's substitution was just totally poor. You look at the game, the time that he was bringing in those players was the time that the other players I just mentioned was growing into the game. Joseph Payton didn't start the game very well. By the time that he was being taken off, he was right at the defenders. So he needed somebody to come and augment their effort. But he took off all those players, and those that came in failed to make an impact in the game. And when you're making substitution, you are making it to make an impact, not to disrupt the apple cart. And that's what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, the substitution of Chris Hilton, being it Iñaki Williams, being it Andre Ayew, being it Darius Enes Nyoma, being it bringing in Osman Bukari, and even Abdul Samad Salis. And look, as I was saying, you needed a victory, then you bring in a defensive midfielder into the game. Who does that? If not Chris Hilton. Then you come to the coach. Point number 4. Chris Hilton, for me, I think, if not this, the fact that this one is a tournament, I would have said yesterday was alright. He should just resign and leave. Because for a coach of the Black Stars, one, as of now, Ghana lacks direction. Ghana lacks the tactical nous. You don't see the pattern of play of the Black Stars. Nothing or whatsoever is working for Ghana. Brother, so what is the pattern of play of Ghana? What is Ghana doing? I mean, a defensive side. For defensive side, tend not to concede more goals. But here, Ghana is conceding. Ghana is conceding. We are not scoring. We are not dominating play. We are not doing anything whenever we play. Not just yesterday. Throughout the qualifiers, we all thought Otuado was the problem. But Otuado has shown that he wasn't the problem. He wasn't. We all thought Chris Hilton would be an upgrade. When we were going to the World Cup, everybody was calling for Chris Hilton to head the team, for Otuado to assist him. But we all now realize that, hey, FA people, come and collect your stone. What you were saying was true. Chris Hilton has shown that he has nothing to offer the Black Stars. Everything that he did yesterday was totally not there. How do you bring in a DM in a game that you are down by 2-1? What was Salisu's role in yesterday's game? When you want Jonathan Soa and go on the bench, even if you wanted a midfielder, Salis is not a midfielder that is known for his goal scoring abilities. Why not bring in Richmond Lamptey for him to come and try to shoot from afar? Yesterday, Chris Hilton, for me, have vindicated some of us. Look, I was part of those that supported his appointment, but now we are on that train that he will not help Ghana. He should leave. Because listen, he is not helping Ghana. We have 2 matches to play. But with what we are seeing, in the qualifiers, 3 matches, we are not able to win any of the away matches. And you expect us to be able to win against an Egyptian side that drew against Mozambique, granted. But in that game, you could saw that the Egyptians were doing something. They saw the pattern of play. But yesterday, the most chances created, the most shot in the game, the most possession in the game, the team that won the game was the Cape Verdeans. Chris Hilton is about time. Then, luck too eluded Ghana. The last point for me, I think luck didn't help us. Because Majid Ashimeru's one was a spell strike. The referee's call was just on point. Because Rashford Yeboah blocked the side of that is the goalkeeper. That is why the goalkeeper Vozinha was not able to save the ball. Then you look at Rashford Yeboah first hit the post. Then some of the penalty calls could have been a little bit quicker and maybe Ghana would have gotten that penalty. Luck didn't help the Black Stars. But hey, the Cape Verdeans duly and truly deserve the victory. They are going to our next game against Egypt. Let's pray. But about prayer, I don't see how Ghana can be able to defeat the Egyptians. Let us know your thoughts on Ghana's shambolic display against that is the Cape Verde. Please subscribe to the channel.